pretty good sized community, 18, 19,000. Only one high school, so they've got all the talent comes to them, and very, very respected program in Maine, defending state champions, so they must be. And Coach Gagne, this is his 23rd year, nothing but hoping that he can pick one up here tonight. It looks like
the draw. Puck comes to Walsh. He flips it ahead. It's intercepted by Neto. Dumps it deep. Massena territory. In behind the net. Johnny Rochford back after it for the Raiders. Shovels it around the boards. DeRosie lets it go for Walsh. Trying to clear the zone. He can't. Meacham gets a stick on it. Or that was DeRosie rather, but it's poked away. And Eric DeRosie has to come after it. He'll go around to Johnny Rochford, left side of the goalie. Rochford looking for Walsh on the wing. Headman pass just out the center ice. Dump back in the zone. Delay off sides, but the Raiders will clear. Rochford ahead, bounces into the zone. Wheeler after it for the Purple Panthers. Moves it ahead to center ice. Lenz to Neto. Neto moving over on the left wing to Hull. He just dumps it in the Massena zone. Rochford is there. Rips it around the boards. Justin Walsh picks up the puck. Flips it ahead to center ice. Going for Meacham. Knocked down. Bouncing puck hit the official. Finally is shoveled back in the Massena zone. Zach Long in behind the net. Johnny Rochford is there. Ahead to DeRosie. DeRosie looks up ice. Has it knocked away. Here's an opportunity. High slot. Here come the Purple Panthers. They get a shot out, but it's blocked. And Massena moves it ahead. And out to center ice, it's Rochford. He dumps it to an open wing. Puck comes free. Picked up there by Joe Ward for Massena, seeing his first action of the year. Ward flips it ahead. Here's an opportunity for Day. Knocked away. Ward follows, and he hit Day with a shot going through. Now Ben Nightingale keeps it in the zone, flips it behind the net. It comes to Ward, left side, looking in front, trying to get it through, but it's knocked away. And that was Kerwin, couldn't get the shot off. The second unit putting on some good pressure for Massena. Here comes Ward again, back to the point. Flips it around in behind the net. Kerwin chasing it down in the corner, right side of the goaltender. In the zone. Now it's Cameron coming on as Massena starts to change their line. Puck bounces back to the blue line and out to center ice. Liberty, a lot of Liberty I should say, dumps it in the Massena zone. In behind the net it goes, and it's picked up by Adam Barkley. Barkley lugs it to center ice. Across the red line, he dumps it in the zone. Bounces, takes a funny bounce off the backboard. Puck cleared around by the Panther defense. To the blue line, Nightingale trying to step in front of it. He pokes at it. The puck bounces free, and it's picked up by the Panthers. Out to center ice, Barkley from Massena. Right back in the zone it goes. Hard check thrown there by Sean Kellogg. Puck still at center ice. Barkley drops it back to Nightingale. He looks up ice, trying to feed it through to Cameron, intercepted. Puck comes free, bouncing around. Kellogg gets a piece of it, trying to move it through, and Kellogg still fighting for it. Bouncing, it comes in front to Cameron. Couldn't get the shot up, picked up by Chad Hart on the defense. Can't clear the zone. Kept in again by Kellogg. Kellogg fires it side of the net. Picked up by the defense. That's Ben Wheeler. Wheeler, gets by a check, starts it ahead, and moves it out to center ice. He's going to dump it off the boards. Picked up by the Raiders. Right back the other way it goes. Kellogg trying to chase it down again in behind the net, but Chad Hart gets there first. Kellogg bodies him into the boards. Sean Kellogg having an excellent shift out there for Massena. Puck around the board. Still no score in the hockey game on the Corky's Collision scoreboard. Out to Bubba Gerard at center ice. Gerard flips it ahead, right across the blue line again. Here comes Massena trying to move it through. Anthony DiAgostino gets a weak shot on.
Right back at the blue line. They're very, very tentative at this stage of the game.
Off the face-off. Massena out there with their fourth line. Slack, Seacott, and DiAgostino. Puck in the corner. Now it's controlled by Waterville. Out to center ice. Into the zone. Here comes Lenz trying to get by Gerard. Gerard fires him, or forces him wide, I should say. Puck comes back in the corner. Sits there. Neto after it. He can't control. Raiders move it ahead. Here comes a chance for Massena. Seacott can't quite catch up with it. Puck back out to center ice. Comes to Gerard. Gerard flipping it on the wing to Seacott again. Knocked away from him by Cronenthal. The puck bouncing at the red line. Now it's dumped into the Massena zone.
And was able to track him down from behind, but almost a breakaway for Eric Seacott.
Off the face-off. Out there is Meacham's line now. Meacham has it knocked away, comes out to center ice. DeRosie with it, dumps to an open wing. O'Shea trying to poke it ahead, knocked away from him. Here comes Waterville across the blue line, offside.
Corner of the rink.
Off the face. O'Shea poked away, comes to Rochford to DeRosie in his own end now, looking up ice. Long headman pass, gets through. Here comes O'Shea. Looked like he might have been offsides, but no call. Puck in the corner. O'Shea trying to come up with it. He couldn't. Puck around the boards. Now in there digging is Justin Walsh. Walsh gets tied up along the boards. And here come the Purple Panthers. Liberty, La Liberty, I should say. Here's La Liberty. His headman goes off a leg in the corner behind the Massena net now. DeRosie checked out of the play. Controlled there by La Liberty. Centering pass, knocked down in front. La Liberty tries to follow. It's knocked away by Meacham. Ahead to Walsh, doesn't clear the zone. Here's the drive from the point. Walsh blocks. O'Shea chasing it down. He's got Meacham breaking. O'Shea takes it in left side. Winds up the shot. He fired it way wide. Puck whistles all the way down the ice, around the boards, and back into the Massena zone. Bar going to be a tripping call against the...
Rebound in the corner, and Bubba upended him, and the Panthers on a power play.
And again, 2-minute penalties instead of 1.5 like we're used to in New York State. So that's a little bit different. Massena will have to kill off 2 minutes instead of 1.5. Puck fired down by the Raiders. Meacham out there to try to kill it off with O'Shea, DeRosey, and Rochford. Here comes Neto flipping it ahead. La Liberty takes it across, knocked away, and dumped down the ice by Massena. Back after it again is defenseman Cronenthal. Cronenthal in behind his own net. He's got O'Shea as a forechecker, steps around him, starts out right side. Long head man pass, goes to the Massena line. Comes from Rochford to DeRosey, flips it back out to O'Shea. O'Shea steps by one. Here comes O'Shea, 2-on-1 with Meacham. O'Shea trying to slide, beautiful defensive play, breaking it up. Cronenthal made a great play. It would have been a Massena 2-on-1, or actually would have been 1-on-none. Here comes O'Shea again. He flips it in the corner. Good penalty killing by Massena thus far. Down to about a minute left in the power plays. They make penalty killing changes out there. Jeff Day out there for one for Massena. Here comes Neto across the blue line. Walsh the other one. Walsh can't control it in front. Slides right on Zach. And the puck's still free. And it's Massena picking it up. As Barkley just flips it ahead for Day. Intercepted. Right back the other way comes Wheeler. Oh, he just got railed by Walsh. Flips it across the blue line. Lenz can't control it. And the Raiders dump it right back down the ice. Puck comes in behind to Hart for Waterville. Hart with the puck starting out left side. He picks up a forechecker and Walsh. Trying to flip it ahead to Lenz. Now La Liberty. Here comes La Liberty. Busts in. Fakes the shot. Trying to go by Nightingale. They center it in front. Zach, no, the save. No, he scores. A power play goal. I thought Zach got...
Just steamed to the net. And Lenz threw it across, and he one-timed it by Zach, who had no chance on it.
Here comes Waterville again. Trying to get it in front, but it's knocked away. That was La Liberty getting the goal, and picking up the assist was Pelletier.
Okay.
Off the play, we're at center ice. Massena controls the puck. They have it knocked away. Right back comes Lenz across the blue line, stolen by Drew Wonky. Wonky trying to flip it out of the zone. The bouncing puck comes free to Joe Ward, and Ward just dumps it down the ice. I think that'll go far enough for icing. It does. And we'll have a face
across the crease area, and Lenz coming late, just one-timed it by the short side. Zach Long had no chance on it.
Face-off will come in the Massena zone now. It'll be Matt Hazel out there to take the draw. Wins the face-off. Massena clears, but not out of the zone. Here's a shot from the point. Scores! And it's 2-0. And that shot taken from Eric.
There's up 2-0 right off the bat.
Kind of a bad luck goal there for Massena. Not one you would expect to score, but here comes Massena back the other way. Here's Cameron, makes a good shift. His shot right on. And the save made by goaltender Trapper Clark. Had a little problem with it, but held on. And a good shift by Mike Cameron to get a good shot off.
Yeah, harmless looking play to start. Mike Cameron coming down, picked it up in the neutral zone, crossed the blue line on that left wing, then cut into the middle, took the defenseman with him and just slid one probably from 40 feet out along the ice. It looked harmless to starting out, but it did give Clark all kinds of problems. We'll wait and see the assist on that last goal. It's going to be Mitchell will get the goal, and La Liberty, I guess it is going to pick up the assist.
Couple of penalties, matching penalties in the play. Hazel and Cronenthal. A couple, I think, of... No, wait a minute.
Trying to pick up the penalty box area. Oh, it's down here in
it's
front of
matching
us.
minors.
Okay.
Cronenthal and Hazel each going off probably for roughing, so that won't make any changes. Puck out the center ice. DeRosey going after it. It trickles into Massena zone. DeRosey flipping it along the boards. Trying to move it ahead to Johnny Rochford. Rochford loses it in behind the net. They center it right in front. Here's the shot. They score again. And I think that's going to be Lenz getting the goal in front.
Waterville Panthers up 3-0.
Here comes Massena. Chance. Justin Walsh. A shot. Score! No! Hit the goalpost. Thought he had one there. He beat the goalie, but it hit the goalpost. Puck trickles out the center ice. Now Meacham back after it. Around the boards it goes. Puck comes bouncing free. Massena just trying to clear it around the boards. They'll move it out on the left side and out to center ice. Dump back in the zone, and they got a whistle and a delay off sides.
And left defenseman's stick, and Walsh jumped on it, walked right in, and from about 30 feet out, cranked a bullet, hit the goalpost dead on, the right goalpost.
Off the face-off. Puck kept in the zone. Got a hand pass, but Waterville touches it first. They try to clear the zone. They don't. Now they move it ahead. LaLiberty. Here's LaLiberty backhandling it into the Massena zone. Back after it is Ben Nightingale. He's going to flip it ahead. Comes to the blue line. Wheeler keeps it in, slides one right on. Zach kicks it ahead, and Nightingale picks it up. Head man to Meacham. Meacham goes to Walsh, right side. He's got O'Shea breaking, and he couldn't quite get it to him. Great opportunity. O'Shea couldn't catch up with a pass. Puck in behind the net. Kept in by Nightingale. His shot right on, and holding on for the face-off is goaltender Trapper Clark.
Goes sick, and Justin Walsh jumped on it, walked right in, and just cranked one right off the goalpost.
Jeff Day out there with Joe Ward and Clint Kerwin. Barkley playing 1 point with Benji Nightingale. Neto will take the face-off and try to kill the penalty off. Now they toss him out of the circle, and Craig Lenz will move in. Big kid, this Lenz.
He is a big
tall kid. Off the face-off. Day can't get the shot up, goes back to the blue line. Barkley keeps it in. Barkley has it knocked away, gets a piece of it. It comes through. Day now sticking after it. They bang at it. Finally, Day comes away with a puck into the corner. Dumps it around the boards for let's see, who is that? That's Kerwin, excuse me. Back to the blue line. Benji Nightingale on the 45 today. Steps by the check, has it knocked away. Barkley trying to keep it in. Will he be able to? He does momentarily, but now it's Neto out to center ice, and he's going to dump it down the ice. So the Raiders on a power play here. Still a minute and a half of power play. Of course, they play 2 minutes here. And it's Day with it. Flipping it ahead for Benji Nightingale. Nightingale trying to move it out of the zone. Knocked away. Here comes an opportunity for Neto. He can't come up with a puck, and Massena will come back the other way. A little bit of dangerous play there. Here's Barkley across the blue line. Likes to stick handle. Barkley stops, looking to set it up. Flips it right in front of the net, but it's knocked away. Comes bouncing free. Nightingale looking to keep it in, but a nice sliding poke check there. Dumps it down the ice. That was Chad Hart making an excellent play. Massena coming out now with their other power play unit. Ward flips it around the boards for Nightingale. Knocked away from him. And out to center ice it comes. Dump back in the Massena zone. Johnny Rochford back after it. 40 seconds left in the power play. Rochford around the boards to Meacham. Meacham looks up ice, steps ahead, flips it. Along the boards, intercepted. Dumped to the Massena line. Johnny Rochford with it. Building up the head of steam. Slides it ahead for Meacham, or DeRosie rather. Here's DeRosie, right side of the net. Knocked away. Puck bouncing free in the corner. Walsh throws a hard check. Gets the puck. Here's Justin Walsh with it, throwing checks, puck bouncing free, still banging for it. Finally, a purple Panther comes out of the fray and flips it down the ice. And there's down to 9 seconds left in the power play, so Massena not getting much going on this power play. 2.5 left in the first period. 3-0 Purple Panthers on the Corky's Collision scoreboard. Here's DeRosie trying to flip it ahead. It's intercepted. Rochford, his pass intercepted. Back the other way comes Hart. He dumps it right on. Save made by Zach Long. It comes to Rochford. Along the boards to O'Shea. O'Shea to Meacham. Here comes Meacham. Slides it ahead for Walsh. Here's Walsh. He's got room. He's got the shot. Big save by Trapper Clark. Oh, that would have been a big goal for Massena. Puck along the boards. Fighting for it is Meacham. Flips it in behind for O'Shea. Timmy with the puck. It's tied up behind the net by the defenseman Hart. Here's O'Shea with it along the boards. Knocked away. Back to Rochford. Winds up his shot. Save made. And the puck goes up into the wall. And now they blow the whistle.
Being on that open area. Picked up the loose puck. Walked right in. But a great save by Clark.
Off the face-off. Cameron flips it in the zone. Massena killing a penalty. About a minute and a half left in the period. 3-0 Waterville. Kept in the zone momentarily by Massena. That's Clint Kerwin. Now it's Neto. Here comes Neto into the zone. Trying to get by the check. He flips it free. Back to the blue line. Along the boards. And it's going to be Cameron picking it up for Massena. Cranks it around the boards. Moving it to Kerwin. Kerwin trying to clear the zone. He gets it out to center ice. Took a check for his efforts, but he did get it out to center ice. And now we have a whistle. We're going to have it a bit better. 3-0 the score in favor of Waterville. Puck along the boards. Comes to Bubba Gerard. Gerard just flipping it ahead, wasting a little time. Back comes LaLiberty. He gets knocked away by Ward. Or I should say Day, trying to move it out of the zone. Now trying to come up with it was Lenz. Puck in the corner. Bouncing in behind the net. That's Andy Lenz with it. He loses it to Day. Day looks, flips it along the boards. Doesn't clear the zone. Here's a shot. Long makes the save barely and clears the puck back out to neutral ice. About 35 seconds left in the period. Here comes once again Lenz. Lenz, nice pass. Here's an opportunity for La Liberty. Gets by the defense and scores. And it's 4-0.
Waterville Purple Panthers up 4-0.
26 seconds left in the period. Here they come again. It's Neto across the blue line. He gets by the defense, drops it back. Here's a shot. Zach makes the save. Rebound side of the net, and he ties it up for the faceoff. 16 seconds left in the period, and it's 4-0. And again, right at the end of the period, we'll drop it back and try to clear up this interference we've got. This is a line problem at the other end, at the station end.
That goal coming at the 14:34 mark. La Liberty from Andy Lentz. And as we mentioned, Waterville, state defending champions in Maine, have an impressive first period, up 4-0.
Here comes Massena back the other way, flipping it in the zone, back out to neutral ice. All the way down the ice it goes. DeRosie after it with 7 seconds left in the period. DeRosie gets by a check, knocks the puck away, gets it back again as the buzzer sounds. Massena Savings, Reynolds Metals, and Sullivan's Office Supply. Off the faceoff, O'Shea takes it in the zone, lost his stick. The puck bounces free, picked up by Waterville. They try to move it along, stolen by DeRosie, trying to flip it in the corner. DeRosie with it, goes in behind the net for O'Shea. O'Shea tied up, gets by the check. Here's O'Shea in behind, looking to move it along the boards, has it taken away by Chad Hart. Hart trying to move it out. Meacham steps in front, flips it in behind the net for O'Shea, goes a little bit too far for him. Wheeler picks it up, dumps to the blue line, but not out of the zone. Comes to Meacham, centers it in front, couldn't quite get it. O'Shea, puck in the corner. Massena steals it again. Walsh flips it towards Massena on a mini power play here, as they try to keep the puck in the zone, but they can't that time. It's dumped down the ice, and DeRosie will have to regroup, and we're only down to 4 seconds left in that mini power play. Here comes DeRosie, lugging it down ice for Massena, flips it in the zone, intercepted right back out to center ice, and it bounces back in the Massena zone. DeRosie is there to pick it up for the Raiders. Eric DeRosie with the puck, lost his edge, falls down, trying to get back up again. Puck knocked away, but Meacham comes back to help out, comes up with it. Here's Meacham, head man to O'Shea. O'Shea trying to break out of the zone, has to turn it back. O'Shea having a problem with a forecheck. He gets tied up in the corner. Nice forecheck there by La Liberty. Now finally Meacham pokes it out to center ice. Back after it is Eric Mitchell. Mitchell flipping it to center ice. O'Shea follows up, throws a check, but the puck bounces away. Here comes Massena again. And this time it is Rochford who gets knocked down, feeds to O'Shea anyway, goes in behind him in the corner. Puck in the corner, O'Shea fighting for it, flips it in behind the net for Meacham. Here's Meacham looking to center, nobody there for Massena, as O'Shea was just about out of gas, and it's up to the Massena line. Poke checked away, here comes Day trying to catch up with it. Now Meacham, who's still out there, takes it across. Here's Meacham looking to bust through his shot, he fired it wide. Into the glass in behind, Jeff Day with it. Day trying to flip it to Ward. Ward centers in front, the shot, Meacham scores! Eric Meacham stayed out there a little extra and was paid off for his efforts as the Raiders get a 1 goal on the scoreboard, make it 4-1.
I was just going to say, that's a long shift. Eric Meacham had been out there about 2 minutes and 8 seconds. His line mates got off at about the 150 mark, but he was out there. And I think that was Joe Ward who's going to pick up the assist from the right side, left side, excuse me, picked up the puck on the boards and slid it across the zone. And Eric Meacham in his favorite spot, only out a little deeper, out about 30 feet on the stick, and a low bullet to the glove side right along the ice to beat Tucker Clark, and the Raiders are on the board. They sorely needed that goal. It came at the right time. Let's see if that'll really pump them up here.
Off the face-off puck side of the net in the Massena zone. Waterville trying to get something going here. Barkley trying to check it. The puck bounces in behind the net, and around the boards it goes. Back to the blue line. Hart slides one right in front. They got a man free, but he can't get the shot on. It's wide. Puck goes into the corner. Bouncing around. Back to the slot, and the shot, a misfire by Craig Lenz. Lenz trying to dig the puck out of the corner. Massena banging for it there. It's poked free. Goes back in behind again. Here's a chance in front, and Zach Long makes the save on the shot. Now the puck comes to Barkley, gets by him. Waterville just cycling now, and they dump it in behind the net. Banging at it is Barkley, and finally Barkley will flip it to Benji Nightingale. He'll go around on the other side. 4-1 now our score. Here comes Waterville. That's Neto. He can handle that puck. Back to the point. Hart winds up, fakes the shot, flips it in behind the net. It goes to Barkley again, loses it side of the net. Knocked away, though, by Day. Day trying to shovel it out of the zone, flips it ahead, and Massena still can't get it out. Finally, Day follows up, and it trickles down into the Waterville zone. Back after it, Waterville moves it ahead along the boards and out to center ice. Here they come again. Across the blue line, shot, and there's an offsides on the shot, and the faceoff will move back outside the zone.
That line of Neto, Ross Hall, and Greg Lentz really had the Raider line of Jeff Day, Joe Ward, and Clint Kerwin bottled up in their own end. Just couldn't get out. The Raider goal coming to the 2:08 mark, his third of the year. Eric Meacham with Jeff Day and Joe Ward picking up the assist. Pretty goal, good hard work by Ward and Day, and finished off by Eric Meacham. 4-1 Waterville.
Face off just outside the zone. Jeff Slack out there with Seacott and DiAgostino now. Flips it over to Drew Wonky. Wonky off the boards, down the ice it goes. Trickles by everybody. They wave the icing off. It comes in behind the net, picked up there by Eric Mitchell. Mitchell trying to clear, kept in at the point. Puck goes in behind the net for DiAgostino. Anthony is there fighting for it in the corner. They bang after it. Jeff Slack trying to center. Knocked free, comes back to Slack. Backhander fired it just wide. Puck along the boards in the corner. Picked up there by Lenz. He dumps it out to center ice. Here's a chance for La Liberty across the blue line. We have a whistle and a little mix-up in behind the play, and both players are going to pick up penalties, I believe.
The long and the tall. One is Eric Seacott. He's about 5'5", and for the Panthers, it's big number 19. That's Andy Lentz, and he is a big one. Let's see if I can look on the program to see the size of Andy Lentz. Well, he's 6 foot.
He looks bigger than 6 foot.
He does. He looks about 6'3", but it was behind the play. It gone up the other way, and you and I were following the play, but back behind. Those two were sparring. They'll probably get roughing calls. The officials tonight, Kim Roach and Armin Maurice.
Off the face-off. Here comes Massena's Kellogg, flipping it ahead in the zone. Dump back out to neutral ice. Raiders, Rochford dumps it deep again. Around the boards it comes. 4-1 now on the scoreboard. And the puck trickled out to center ice. Here's a foot race for it. DeRosie gets there at the red line, moves it ahead. It bangs for the puck. It comes in the zone. We got a 2-on-1, but DeRosie's back to break up the play. And he goes after it in the corner. DeRosie has it knocked away by Sturdivant, gets tied up, puck comes free, and Massena moves it ahead, out to center ice. Kellogg knocked away, whistle again, and what do we call there? An icing call, I believe?
I do believe. Big roar that time from the crowd, the big and the small. That time I think it was Big Jeff Day just crunched, I think, Brian Labrassiere into the boards, and Labrassiere is about 5'3". That's their third unit, Labrassiere, Corvo, and Sturdivant.
And they don't play very much.
No, they're basically a checking line, and Jeff Day put the lumber to him in behind the Raider net.
Neto's line back out against the Meacham line, face off left side in the zone of Waterville. Eric Meacham with a goal. They got a man breaking. It's Lenz. Busts in on the left side. He shot. He scores. The rebound in behind the net. Cleared around the boards. No, he didn't score. The save was made. Excuse me. I'm getting too much in a bad habit here, Coach. Puck back in the zone of Waterville. They break it out again. Headman goes into the Massena zone. This time it's broken up by DeRosie. Meacham picks up the puck. Drops it over on the other side. Johnny Rochford looking for the headman, Justin Walsh. Walsh flips it ahead, nobody breaking. It comes back in the Waterville zone, but is clear to the blue line and out to center ice by Neto. Kicked right back in there by Rochford. Back after it defensively, Cronenthal. Cronenthal flips it over on the other side for Eric Mitchell. Mitchell steps by, check, almost has it knocked away, but clears it out to center ice. Here comes Neto, one-on-one. Here's the shot, save made by Zach, and he clears it in the corner. Couple of big saves by Zach Long. Massena looking to move it ahead. Benji Nightingale, headman for O'Shea. O'Shea feeding Meacham, and he can't quite catch up with it. Puck in the corner. Barkley after it. Adam Barkley, excuse me, and there's going to be a charge against Waterville as Barkley got railed in the boards, And Eric Mitchell is going to pick up a charging call. Took a few too many steps.
And that's in retaliation. Just prior to that, about 30 seconds before that, Adam Barkley had put a solid check on one of the Waterville players right down in front of us, in front of the Waterville bench, so they probably picked up his number. Just prior to that, Timmy O'Shea and a great touch pass almost sent Eric Meacham, got in behind their defense, and he just lost his edge, lost his balance. He would have been in free from 15 feet inside the blue line, but he spun himself off balance.
Massena with a power play opportunity here. Face off in the zone, off the left side, back to the blue line. Benji Nightingale keeps it in, flips it in behind the net. Racing for it is Joe Ward. Ward now over on the other side for Clint Kerwin. Kerwin gets tied up in behind the net, has it taken away. That's La Liberty, and he dumps it down the ice. Stopped in behind the net by Long. He's going to clear it along the boards for Barkley. Barkley steps by a check, takes it in behind, looks to set up the power play for Massena. Raiders start to move it ahead. They're down by 3, but they've gotten a goal here. Goes ahead to Ward, knocked away. Day trying to follow, flips it in the zone to lay off sides, but the Purple Panthers clear it down the ice anyway. All the way down the ice, Long tries to play it ahead for Barkley. Barkley upended. Puck comes free. They got a man free in front, and they try to feed it to him. It's knocked away, and Meacham back checking picks up the loose puck. Here's Meacham along the boards left side. He's a big package too. Meacham makes the shift. Here comes Meacham, head of steam, takes it across, trying to go by the D. Meacham in behind, has it poked away, gets it back again, drops it to the point. DeRozzi kept it in momentarily, but now they're going to break it out of there. Here comes Neto. Neto takes it across, fires it. It's blocked by Rochford. That had to hurt a little bit. Puck in behind. Rochford takes a wave at it. Neto gets it away from him. Drops it in behind for that big Craig Lenz. Lenz with it in behind, knocked away. Massena with about 35 seconds of power play. Here comes Timmy O'Shea. He's got Walsh breaking. O'Shea flips ahead to Walsh. Justin trying to bust by the D, tries to drop it back. It's intercepted. Puck in behind the net. Ben Wheeler. Wheeler looks to dump it, and down the ice it goes. Good penalty killing by Waterville. Massena running around a little bit on the power play. Here's DeRozzi. DeRozzi. Headman pass. Johnny Rochford. Rochford from the red line. Cranks it around the boards. O'Shea chasing it down in the corner. Timmy O'Shea with it. In behind the net. Still 4-1 for Waterville. But Massena a little more luck in this second period. Comes to DeRozzi. Here's DeRozzi back at the blue line. Here's DeRozzi trying to slide it through. It's knocked down. And down the ice it goes into the Massena zone. And we're going to have, I believe, a penalty for too many men on the ice because they had 2 guys out there playing the puck. Right, one was coming off, one was going on, and let's see what happens here.
I don't think he's going to call the penalty.
He's just going to call. What's he going to call?
I'm not sure what he's going to call, but the face-off is going to be down in the Waterville end. I don't think he can call offside on that. I'm not sure. You've got me. Because I thought the initial call was going to be too many men because there was a collision right in front of the Waterville bench.
And they both were on the ice at the same time when the puck came to him.
And that's right, but they called an offside.
Okay. Jeff Slack's line out there for Massena. Back to the blue line, Drew Wonky flips it in the corner. After it is Eric Mitchell, the defenseman for Waterville, and they move it out to center ice. Comes trickling to the Massena line. Wonky back, over on the other side to Bubba Gerard. Gerard looking up. Out to center ice. We're going to have an offsides, though, as they touched it coming out of the zone. And the faceoff will come just outside Massena territory. 6:40 remaining to play in the second period, and on the A1 TV and Appliance scoreboard, it's 4-1 Waterville.
Raider power play not very effective so far in the first 2 games. They're only 1 for 7 on power play opportunities, and they haven't looked effective here tonight in these first 2 periods.
Off the faceoff, Cronenberg with it. Cronenthal, I should say. His shot from center ice, save made by Zach Long. Wonky trying to flip it along the boards. Here comes Massena out to center ice. Down the ice it goes, but it's flipped up into the crowd by defenseman Eric Mitchell, and the faceoff will come inside Waterville territory. Down to 6:25 left in the middle period. It's 4-1 Waterville on the A1 TV and Appliance scoreboard. 4-0 at the end of the first period. Massena got one back here in the second period, and they're trying to get another one.
An inch is as good as a mile here. That time, Jeffrey Slack chipped the puck by the Waterville defenseman who gambled up on the offensive blue line and would have created a 2-on-1 situation, but he chipped just about a foot too far, and the offside defenseman got to him before he could.
Off the faceoff, Massena out there with their third line, Matt Hazel's line. Hazel out there with Kellogg and Cameron. Here comes Waterville trying to clear the zone. Kept in momentarily by Kellogg, but now back comes Neto. Here's Neto across the blue line. Nice drop pass, but it's intercepted by Matt Hazel. And here comes Massena's Benji Nightingale. Headman pass, meant for Kellogg. Kellogg can't quite catch it. Hart flips it ahead along the boards. It bounces into the Massena zone. Here comes Lenz with it. We have a whistle.
Yeah,
and there's going to be another penalty as Barkley just got nailed.
Yeah, I think number 6 is going to pick up the penalty. I think that's Ross Hall. He just hooked Adam Barkley right here in front of the Waterville bench and upended him.
And that comes from the last play.
Yeah, I think, again, and that comes from when Adam nailed him down here in front of us. But Raiders with 5:55 left in the second period, down 4-1. Let's see who they got out there in the power play. They got their second power play unit out there. They've either got to make up their mind either to dump the puck in or carry it in and set it up. But they haven't been able to set the puck up inside in any of their power plays tonight. Once they're able to do that, they're very effective. But they're just not sure what they want to do.
Here's Day with it. He gets upended but stays with the puck. Moves it out to center ice. Poke checked away. Back in the Massena zone. Rochford, his long head man by everybody. And it's dumped back in the zone. Here comes Andy Lenz with it again. Busts in and can't get the shot off. Bouncing puck, Massena back the other way. Here comes Day. Head man to Ward. Ward, right side, his shot. And it's got the shoulder on it. The goaltender flips it in the corner. Bounces back to Rochford at the blue line. He can't control it. Out to center ice it goes. Eric DeRosie with it. Still 4-1 in favor of Waterville. Massena, though, on the power play here. Trying to get something going on the power play. Haven't had any luck as of yet. And Waterville dumps it down the ice. Whoa. Long makes the save and has to leave it in the corner as he had Andy Lenz coming in on him. DeRosie with it now for Massena. A minute left in the power play. And the Massena forward, Day falls down. They got a 2-on-1 Lenz shot. Glove save by Zach. And he was going for the corner. They beat Zach there first period, not that time.
I tell you, Waterville got away with one that time. Eric Neto, their fine center, he upended the Raider forward. I think it was Jeff Day coming under his own end with the puck. And it was one of those touchy-touchy, but what it did, it created a 2-on-1 situation for Waterville. And normally, 99 and 9/10% of the time, when you do that and creates a scoring opportunity, the official will blow a penalty against it. He let it go, and Zach Long had to come up with a big save.
Meacham out there to take the face-off now. He has the puck. Goes in behind the net for Adam Barkley. Barkley was a little slow getting back to the bench last time, but apparently he's okay. He's back out there. Here comes Meacham, lugging it down the left wing side and dumps it in the zone in behind the net. After it there, Massena trying to come up with it. O'Shea gets a piece of it, has it knocked away by Lenz, and Lenz dumps it up into the Massena bench. And the faceoff will come back inside their territory. 33 seconds left in the power play, 4:28 left in the period. And on the scoreboard, the A1 TV and Appliance scoreboard is still 4-1 in favor of Waterville.
See, that time Eric Meacham dumped it in, but he had time to skate it in. He was the first guy up on the blue line. His wings were trailing him. He dumped it in, and Massena never got there to gain possession. Should have carried it in that time and set it up.
Off the faceoff, controlled by Waterville. Down the ice it goes.
If you're going to dump it in, you've got to make sure you hope that you're going to gain possession of that puck. Don't dump it in for the sake of just dumping it in there.
Benji Nightingale now goes to Meacham, to Barkley. Barkley looking up ice, dumps it in around the boards, racing in after it. O'Shea throws a check, but the Waterville player, Mitchell, got there first, flips it around the boards, and right back comes Lenz on a feed from Neto. He gets a shot. Zach makes the save and holds on for the faceoff.
Again, that time the Raiders elected to just dump it in and in favor of Waterville.
Off the faceoff, puck still in the Massena zone. Here comes Massena moving it out of the zone. It's Matt Hazel dumping it in behind the net. Puck in the corner now. Racing forward is Sean Kellogg. Kellogg flips it over on the other side. Around the boards it goes. And out to center ice again. Raiders dump it back in the zone. Here comes Kellogg trying to make the shift. And it's still in the zone. Drew Wonky, good job keeping it in. Flips it in behind the net. The puck comes in free to Cameron, looking to wrap it in around, but he gets tied up in the corner, and the puck stolen away by Hart. Now they still fight for it. Here's a shot in front. They can't get the shot off, and Waterville bangs it out to center ice. Here comes Lenz with it. He gets tied up by the Massena defenseman, Drew Wonky. And the Raiders come up with it. It's Michael Cameron. Cameron drops it for Bubba Gerard. Gerard. Here comes the Raiders again. Here's a chance for Massena. Clint Kerwin to shot. Oh, on the backhand, and it was save made, I believe. And the puck comes bouncing back to the blue line. Oh, that would have been a big goal. DeRosie shot right on. and the save is made. And let me see here. Who was
Jeff
that?
Slack.
That
Jeffrey
was Slack. Okay, I'm sorry, Jeffrey. It was Slack that got that great opportunity and a nice backhand shot, too.
Again, both you mentioned Massena's having trouble changing. So is Waterville. There's only one gate at each bench, and you got 5 guys coming off and 5 going on, and it's just it's like time central at 4 o'clock, and the traffic lights are out. That time they got caught in a change, and Jeff Slack picked up the puck right here at center ice, walked right in, and went to his backhand, and big Trapper Clark went with him and made the save on the short side.
Day now to take the face-off against Neto. Off the draw, puck to the blue line out to center ice, and here they come again. Ross Hull with it, knocked away. Following up is Neto, takes it into the zone. He still has it, gets a shot off, and beat Zach, but went wide. Puck along the boards now, comes to Johnny Rochford, trying to leave it in the corner. DeRosie gets a piece of it. Now Lenz after it. Lenz trying to go back into Neto in behind, but is picked up by Rochford. He flips it around the boards. And where's the puck? To the blue line and out to center. No, it didn't make it out to center ice. Back in the corner it goes. Rochford for Massena. Around the boards for DeRosie. DeRosie back to Rochford. Massena looking up ice. Here's Rochford's head man, Ward. Ward's pass a little bit too far for Day. Now the puck bouncing free. Picked up there by Mitchell. Mitchell has it knocked away by Day. Gets it back again ahead to Lenz. Lenz gets by the D. Here comes Lenz across the blue line. Poke checked away. Neto following. Flips it in behind the net. Rochford leaves for DeRosie. DeRosie trying to bounce it ahead. Here's a shot from the point. Long makes the save and holds on for the face-off. So we're down to 1:19 left in the second period on the A1 TV and Appliance scoreboard. It's 4-1 Waterville. Massena's played a much better period this period.
They've dominated the period. Got the only goal. That time, what happens when you get a little tired? The Raider defense out there a little long. Raider defenseman had the puck behind the net. No one around him. Instead of turning, skating, looking up, he just ran it on the boards, and he ran it right around to a Waterville player parked in that far side on the point, and he just cranked one up through traffic, and Zach Long had to make a big save because he didn't see it. Went through about 8 players, but got to take charge out there.
Off the face-off, Massena breaks out. Here's Cameron. Cameron with Kellogg, flips it in the corner. Kellogg racing in after it in the Waterville zone. Kellogg gets tied up. Cameron's there behind the net, looking to center. Kellogg backhand shot. They bang at it, and the save is made again by Trapper Clark. And he traps it on the ice and holds on for the face-off. And I'll tell you what, we've been talking about, I said Trevor, I meant Michael Cameron. Michael has had some good games, and he looks good here tonight.
Yes, he does. And that big right wing out there, Sean Kellogg, is about 5'11", 190. He's just learning how to skate. He's kind of accurate, but I'll tell you, he's a big package. He's tough in the corner.
Here's Barkley centering it in behind to Cameron. Puck trickles around the boards. We're into the last minute of the second period to the blue line. Kept in at the point momentarily by Nightingale. He still keeps it in. Where's the puck? It's underneath the sprawling Panther player, and we'll have a face-off out by the blue line. We're down to 50 seconds left in the second period, and on the A1 TV and Appliance scoreboard, 4-1 for Waterville.
And the Raiders have got the only goal and have generated about 90% of the good scoring opportunities in this period. They are taking it. I don't know whether Waterville intentionally is sitting back, trying to protect that 3-goal lead, but they certainly haven't gone to the attack. But I think the Raiders have just picked their game up a notch, Jerry.
Well, of course, you got to figure they got off the bus and on the ice here this afternoon. Bus legs may have been a little problem in the first period, a couple of soft goals, but right now it's a 4-1 game. But Massena has certainly had the advantage in the second period.
3 of those goals came within a little over 2 minutes.
That's right, off the face-off. Puck in behind the net. Waterville trying to control the puck. O'Shea gets a piece of it, goes back to the blue line. Rochford bangs it in the corner for O'Shea. O'Shea trying to feed Walsh, just missed him. He would have been all by himself. Puck trickles out to center ice, bounces away, dumped to the Massena line. Here comes Lenz again. Lenz trying to feed Neto. Neto back to Lenz, side of the net. His shot is blocked, bouncing around in behind. They try to center it back to the blue line. Here's a backhander, intercepted. Here comes Johnny Rochford. Rochford, nice bounce pass. Ahead to Meacham. Oh, just offside. Oh!
That was awfully close. Timmy O'Shea on that left side, just a hair, but the official right on the spot. He's got a better view than we have. He was right there, but it was awful close. That would have been a 2-on-1 for the Raiders, I tell you. But again, the official right on the spot, and we can't fault him for the call, but it was awfully close.
Very, very close. Meacham to take the face-off against La Liberty. Meacham trying to win the draw. It comes in the zone. Now they poke it out to center ice. 5 seconds left. They try to get a guy going through, but offside's the call there as well. As just a little bit ahead of the play was, let's see, who was that?
Number 10.
Seth Pelletier. And I think we're going to have matching minors as Justin Walsh and Pelletier mix it up a little bit. And
good effort by Justin Walsh coming back, creating and turning from the odd man 2-on-1 to a 2-on-2 rush. Good job by Justin Walsh.
Off the face-off, Massena flips it to the Waterville zone.
The press box with us, keeping some stats. But next game, they're going to rotate. They've got 10 defensemen, and he's only a sophomore. And a couple games from now, he'll be back out on the ice doing his fine work. And as I say, only a sophomore to make the varsity team. That's quite an achievement.
Meacham out there to take the face-off against Eric Neto as we get ready to start the third period. They're about ready to drop the puck. 4-1, Waterville leading. And we're underway. Off the face-off, the puck dumped back in the Massena zone. Long is going to leave it in behind the net. Rochford flips it around the boards for Meacham. Starts out left side. Looking ahead, man. A little bit too far for everybody. Comes back to the Waterville line. It's Wheeler. Wheeler circles into his own zone, looking up ice. Flips it ahead on the stick of Lenz. Lenz just dumps it across the Massena line right back out. We've got a change on right wing on this line. It's Cameron, Michael Cameron out there in place of Justin Walsh. Here's Neto with it, circling in his own zone. Trying to flip it back. It goes just out the center ice. Cameron takes a whack at it, gets it ahead to O'Shea. O'Shea steps by the check. Here comes O'Shea with Cameron. O'Shea in behind, looks to center, hit the side of the goalie with it, and the puck comes right back to him. Here's O'Shea again, in behind. Timmy O'Shea with it, trying to circle in front. It's knocked away, comes to the blue line. Rochford slides one, deflected right on in front. O'Shea picks up the puck, fired it just wide. And they're going to have a hand pass against Massena. That's what the whistle is for. Oh, boy. Good opportunities for the Raiders right off the bat here.
Great opportunity. Big Mike Cameron in front was just hauled down by big defenseman number 7, Ben Wheeler out there. Cameron all alone in front, and Wheeler just hogtied him. And then the puck slid through, and Eric Meacham just off the crease had the wide open side, but the official blew the play because of the hand pass.
Timmy O'Shea talking to the official. Didn't get anywhere with it, as usual.
You know, you never win those battles.
But maybe the next one.
Possibly.
Off the face-off. Massena out there with the Day line now. Day flips it ahead, has it knocked away, trying to chase it down. Here comes Lenz, right across the blue line. He shoots, gloves, well, not sure if that was on the net, but Zach gloved it anyway.
Yeah, I think that was top left-hand corner.
Okay.
Good save through, there was a defenseman out there screening him, and the shot from about 50 feet, pretty hard shot. And from my angle, Jerry, looked like it was top left-hand corner. Zach got the big glove out there.
Ward, or I should say Day will take the face-off against La Liberty. Off the draw, Benji Nightingale in behind the net. Has it knocked away. Now Day comes up with it. Jeff Day around the boards for Ward. He just flips it ahead. It trickles back into the Waterville zone. Chasing it down is Cronenthal. Cronenthal trying to rip it around the boards. Ward steps in front. Here's Joe Ward with it in behind. Ward trying to center it, has it knocked away, and finally it's picked up there by La Liberty. Back to the blue line, kept in by Nightingale. He slides one in front. Here's a shot, and it's deflected up into the wall. Hard shot taken by Clint Kerwin, and that had to hurt the defenseman just a little bit, but he gave up the body and blocked it. That was Eric Mitchell doing a good job.
Again, the Raider defenseman. Raiders down by 3 and gambling just a little bit more. Waterville ran the puck on the dasher, but the strong side defenseman, Ben Nightingale, didn't vacate as you normally would when the opposition has the puck coming out of their own end. He stayed there and trapped the puck on the blue line, got the shot through, and the Raider forward took the shot, but the sliding defenseman blocked it.
Off the faceoff, puck in the corner now. Raiders trying to get something going here. Puck around the boards, controlled by the Panthers. They move it just out to center ice, dumped right back by Wonky across the blue line, but Massena has to vacate the zone. Back out to neutral ice. Bubba Gerard with it. Kellogg back checking, trying to help out. They both go down. The puck comes free. They got a man in front, but it's poked away. A nice play by Drew Wonky to move it away from Neto. He moves it ahead. Massena looks it out to center ice. Intercepted there by Chad Hart. Flips to the Massena line. Kept out of the zone, though, by the Raiders' Bubba Gerard. Now it's Wonky. Here comes Drew Wonky, building up ahead of steam, splits the defense. Here's Wonky, gets hauled down, and the Raiders will go on a power play. Drew Wonky, good job. He gets hooked, and Massena will have another power play opportunity. This would be a very good time to get that power play working.
Drew Wonky, first game back and leading that rush. He's an offensive-minded defenseman. Good skater. We saw him on the football field this year. Got a lot of speed and he busting up that left side and had a half a step on the Panther defenseman, and he just reached in and took the skates out from under him. Raiders, and they got the #1 power play of Walsh, Meacham, and O'Shea with DeRossi and
Rochford out there.
on the point.
Off the faceoff, it comes to Johnny Rochford. He flips it in the corner. For Walsh, trying to center it. Nobody there for Massena, and the puck dumped down the ice.
I'd like to see the Raider defensemen with those two fine skaters just take the puck, get upside, take charge, and get it inside the zone.
Off the faceoff. Puck inside Massena territory. Big Meacham with it. Meacham looks it ahead to Walsh. Walsh carries it across the blue line. Here's Walsh sliding one. Doesn't get through. Hard check thrown there. Comes back to the blue line. Meacham is still in the zone. Trying to get it back to the blue line, but Rochford can't keep it in. Goes on the other side. DeRossi over skates. Has it knocked away. Here comes an opportunity for Andy Lenz, but he pulls up short as Massena got back. O'Shea doing a good job to get back. Puck dumped into the Massena zone. DeRossi after it. Still 1:12 left in the power play. Raiders with plenty of time in this power play. Here's DeRossi. Headman to Johnny Rochford. Rochford flips it ahead into the zone. Back in behind the net, but back there is Mitchell to pick it up. Mitchell trying to get by a check. It's stolen away by O'Shea. Timmy O'Shea with a puck. Look, slides, shot. Oh, just missed, just wide. Johnny Rochford had pinched in. Couldn't get the shot off, though, and it comes out to center ice. Here's DeRossi with it. DeRossi flips it ahead. It comes to Meacham. Meacham across to Rochford, trying to get it out of the zone, but we've got a delay offsides. Now Massena's DeRossi steps by the D. Here's DeRossi's shot. Save made. Rebound sits in front, and coming out and covering it up is Trapper Clark, and he holds on for the faceoff. 29 seconds left in the power play, and 11:08 left in the period. And on the Bob Post State Farm Insurance scoreboard, it still remains 4-1 Waterville.
Raiders are going to pick up a penalty here, a slashing call. Let's see what's going to be on. Either Meacham, Eric Meacham is going to pick up a slashing call. Happened after the play down to the right of. But getting back to just what we talked about, the Raiders were kind of stumbling around their run, but finally Eric DeRossi picked up the puck and just jumped up into the play, took charge, gained the blue line, walked around the defenseman, and only a nice save by Clark. DeRossi going that top.
Have to wait and see. The face-off anyway, inside Waterville territory. Puck bounces to the blue line. Here's Benji Nightingale. Just flips it in on the backhand, in behind the net. After it is Joe Ward. He gets tied up. Puck comes free. Trying to follow it is Clint Kerwin. He dumps it in behind, cleared right in the slot, but nobody there for Massena. It's dumped out to center ice, and Barkley comes up with it. Here's Adam Barkley ahead to Day. A little bit ahead of the play was Kerwin, though, and offsides will be called on Massena.
Time, the clock, being the Raiders' worst enemy. 10:47 left in this period, and they just got to start generating. They're skating hard out there, but again, they're just not generating the offense, especially on those power plays. They're not getting those good opportunities, and I think that's the big difference right now, that they just can't seem to connect on that power play.
The other difference was about a 2-minute span in that first period. Off the faceoff, puck in the zone again. After it for Massena is Ward trying to come up with it. He throws a check. It bounces free to Day. Here's Day with it to Ward in behind. And the penalty is elapsed, so we're back to 5-on-5 plus the goaltenders. Puck around in behind the net now, picked up there by the defenseman. Here's a shot right on. Save made by Trapper Clark as the defenseman coughed it up side of the net. Here comes Barkley with it, trying to keep it in. He does momentarily, but it comes to Lenz, and he dumps it to the open wing. Just across the Massena blue line, Benji Nightingale tried to clear, hit the official with it. Bounces free. Puck along the boards, flipped out to neutral ice again. Picked up there by Ben Wheeler. Wheeler dumps it into the Massena zone. 10 minutes left to play in the third period. Still 4-1 in favor of Waterville. Raiders trying to put some pressure on here. Here's Barkley with it. Barkley moving it right side, dumps it, and down the ice it'll go, and that'll be an icing call. He was trying to flip it ahead and hit the man breaking, but it was a little bit too far.
Well, actually, in the sense, he was looking. He was waiting for someone to break a little stronger, but they were out of gas. That line had been out there for a while, and they were kind of standing around, so smart move by Adam Barkley. He wasn't going to make a errant pass in his own end to someone who's not breaking with 5 purple shirts inside the blue line, so he just iced it.
Off the faceoff now, puck out by the blue line. Here's a drive. Save made by Long, and a good one. Puck in the corner now. Waterville trying to get something going in the Massena zone. Raiders come up with a puck, though. Try to move it out. It's Matt Hazel. Hazel, head man pass. Across the blue line. Here's a chance for Kellogg. Flips it in behind the net for Massena. Raiders pinching in. Can't control it, though. It's Cronenthal out to center ice. Goes by everybody and down the ice. They're going to wave icing off as the Raider player tried for it. Here's Bubba Girard in behind the net now. Gets tied up. Raiders trying to move it. Drew Wonky helping out. Wonky flips it in behind. Here's a chance right in front, and it's fired high over the net. Back in behind the net again. Here's an opportunity for La Liberty. He takes it into the corner. Has it taken away. Wonky. Here's Drew Wonky. And we have a whistle. And we're going to have, I think, it ahead penalties again.
Yeah, it's going to be Bubba Girard and number 19. I think that's Andy Lentz in front. Near side official he watched him. They were kind of hammering each other with their stick. Bubba did a great job and knocked him on his back the first time. Lentz got up and gave him the lumber. Bubba retaliated, and the near side official looked right at it, let it go. But the official that's deep back in the blue line, he's the guy that made the call. But it's 6 to 1, half a dozen the other, I guess. The one official thought it was okay, and I thought it was okay. But they're each going to get Girard and Lentz going to pick up probably roughing or slashing, high sticking, whatever. We'll see what the call is.
Face off left side in the Massena zone. In behind the net, Johnny Rochford rips it around the boards for Justin Walsh to Meacham. Here's Meach with it, steps by the check, long headman pass, didn't get enough on it, and it's intercepted. Dump back to the Massena line. DeRosie pokes it away there. Comes to Walsh. He's got O'Shea breaking. O'Shea couldn't get it. Meacham follows. Meacham kicks it in the corner, goes after it. Here's Big Meacham with it, looking to center. It's intercepted.